Hello everyone, Puddin here with a gameplay in my Tier 10 US cruiser, the Des Moines. Now this is going to be the first and last replay you ever see me play in my Des Moines. Now there is a reason why you will never see me play my Hindenburg or my Battleship Moskva and now this ship. Sorry about that, guys, but I have an ongoing little joke with Sneaky Snake. If I get a win in my Tier 10 cruisers, I stop playing them. So whenever he tries to tell me how to play the cruisers, I can just go 100% win rate. You can't tell me how to play them. I don't lose in them. Now, as you saw, prior to this, the starting lineup, this is a not a full game. It was kind of early in the morning. We did have a carrier, and I am division up with two of my clanmates. Now, my game plan for the Des Moines, and pretty much the proper way to play the Des Moines, is you want to use as much concealment as possible. I.e., you want to stick close to islands. You want to try to shoot over them. You want to try to remain hidden while you are shooting. The longer a cruiser can stay alive and stay in the game, the more effective they are. They are, for the most part, rapid firing, fire breathing ships. Now, does it mean that you can't switch to your AP when you need to switch to your AP and deal massive damage that way? But unlike battleships, where for the most part their main batteries are, depending on the way they have it set up, around 25 to 30 second reloads. Depending on the destroyer, you're talking a minute for their torpedoes. As I'm taking the first shots on the gearing, I missed. Second time, won't miss. And there we go for my first kill ever in this ship against a poor gearing, and also along with first blood. But as I was saying, for the most part, they are over minute reloads on their torpedoes. Like I said, it depends on the destroyer you're playing, but those are your big damage dealers. That's going to get, that's where you're trying to get your damage from, along from fires. Now, of course, the longer a destroyer can stay alive, the better off your team is, because depending on, it really doesn't, depending on the destroyer, if it's not one of the Russians running the health, he can give out smoke, and he can spot other ships. Even our Russian destroyers can do this if there's no other DDs in the area or CV. Now, as I was saying, this is pretty much my game plan. I wanted to post up behind this island and pelt anything that was coming to A. I wanted to get close because, the advantage of this ship is rapid fire. So the closer I am, the more shells I'm going to hit, because I'm going to be more accurate, because it gives the enemy less time to maneuver, but I'm also getting more rounds into them instead of having to wait for these shells to come down. As you can see, I usually get my second salvo off before the first one even hits. Luckily for me, this Montana decided to put out one fire. As I'm reversing, trying to get my bow facing him, just so if he did take a shot, I would be a smaller target. I don't really need my rear turrets in this battle. It would be nice. It would be a little bit extra damaged. Now, all of my U.S. cruiser captains are usually set up for two things. Anti-air is the main thing, so I'm a little bit more AA heavy, but I also run radar to deal with DDs. And as if you notice, their last destroyer was spotted 7 kilometers in front of me. But I want to hold off on my radar until I see a smoke cloud to where I think this guy's feeling a little bit safe, but I want to wait for that smoke cloud to use my radar. Now, because I did know he was there, I did assume his torpedoes were coming. Now, this gentleman played it fairly smart and dumped his torpedoes into the channel here, but because I did know they were coming, was easily able to avoid the first set. I take one from the second set as my division mate in the midway finishes off the destroyer. Now at this point, I'm on cab, but I am in the open looking at a battleship. I don't want to shoot until I'm spotted. Don't want to shoot until I am forced to. And I did know that Baltimore was going to spot me. Looking at him, I'm like, okay, he's going to go behind an island. So instead of shooting and having the 20-second debuff, I would just continue. Because if you notice with your AA, as soon as you shoot down the plane, the debuff is not there. But at this point, whether I was going to be detected or not, I felt it was safe to shoot the Zumo because he had already shot. Luckily for me, I get one fire. I do not run any sort of fire chance to set fire bonuses on any of my U.S. cruisers. I used to on the Cleveland, but you know what? I think the Cleveland might be the only one I still do, but anything after that, I really just don't. I do it on a Cleveland just for the lulz. But at this point, I'm just want to keep reversing. I'm not sure what those enemy battleships on the other side are going to do. I don't know if they're going to try to come through this channel to my left here. I'm sorry, I'm not very familiar with naval terminology, other than I believe bow and stern, which is front and back. I don't know which one is aft and which one is port. But I just want to keep backing up, get spotted by a plane. I'm trying to find the plane that's spotting me. Select it for my AA to focus to shoot it down. Because my new game plan is to use this island that you use in front of me as what I use to hide behind as they come through the channel here at B to either to either A, come into A, or as they say, buy it to come along and come out on the southern side of B to try to come back to A or to defend B. I am going to keep my ship as angled as I can, but I am not angled enough, or I'm not angled properly enough to stop really any of these battleship shells to potentially hit me. Oh, sorry about that, guys, but I do have AP loaded because I knew most of these guys were going to be showing me the broadside. Take a couple shots on the Yamato, but then I'm like, you know what, I might as well try to hit the Hindenburg. I'm going to do more damage, help the team out more. As you can see, I get a nice 7,000 salvo at the end there. I put the fire out because I knew there was no chance of me getting a second to fire. But instead of continue to sail south, I'm going to turn around and head back into A. Now I do this for two reasons. One, I don't want to get caught out in the open by either one of the battleships still alive. I don't want to get focused down by the cruisers and the battleships. But I also do it to offer some AA support to both the carrier and both the North Carolina. Had AG loaded, because I wasn't sure if this Hindenburg was showing me broadside. As soon as I confirmed that he was, I quickly switched to AP, and I just start letting loose into him. Gonna take my final shots, but unfortunately for me, the Neptune gets him. Now, with the Azuma, I personally have a very hard time hitting a broadside Azuma with the cruiser with AP into the superstructure or the pretty much its weak points up on top, because there's very little of that. So I just switched to AG. Luckily for me, this guy was angled anyways, so it was the right call. But as I take shots in on the Azuma, I'm going to take shots in at the Baltimore. Do a nice 3,000 salvo. Luckily for me, the Baltimore had AP loaded, and I believe I fairly bounced most of those wells. Fortunately, I'm not going to bounce one of those, and I take a nice 9,000 salvo from the Azuma. Now, unfortunately, I didn't know what planes were spotting me. That is why the Azuma is able to continually hit me. Other than that, I was positioned right. And in my lovely wisdom of crap, what button is my defensive A fire? I hit my radar and defensive fire at the same time. Focus on the torpedo planes. Get all of them but one managed to get through. Start moving my butt forward. Focus on the next set of planes coming in, which are the dive bombers. And as you can see, the friendly Midway was trying to offer me some support. But pretty much he was just doing his job on shooting planes down while he was recycling his strike craft. He really didn't have anything to do because the strike craft had already gone out, delivered the payload. So then he decided he could, focus on the fighters. Get another fire on the Azuma, luckily. I'm going to continue shooting this guy, but this is what I'm saying about the strong suit with Des Moines, even the Baltimore. It's just the Baltimore has a little bit longer of a reload. You use concealment, you hide behind islands, and you just shoot over them. Anybody who is successful and good at playing in Atlanta is going to be very good and successful playing any one of these U.S. cruisers at high tier, because it's pretty much the same strategy. Now I get my last teal on because it's really just the Azuma and the carrier left for us to deal with. I'm going to jump on the cap because, well, why not? I need to get, I would like to get a little bit closer. I'd like to do some more damage to this Azuma. But as you can see, this gentleman is kind of driving, not at our Montana, but away from him, showing him plenty of side if you're paying attention to minimap, which means I really can't shoot over these mountains at him, as shown by the icon next to the range. As soon as I see that I can shoot over the mountains, I'm going to. But I take that shot there hoping that maybe my front guns would have been able to make it over and I could get something on him. As our friendly carrier drops torpedoes on this gentleman, and the Neptune finishes him off. Now, unfortunately, the last gentleman alive is the aircraft carrier. My defensive fire is ready to go. And for the most part, it's two cruisers sitting next to each other who... The Neptune has very strong AA. I have extremely strong AA along with the defensive fire capabilities. Or this gentleman can go after the Montana, which also has extremely good AA and is still close enough to me to where my AA can, help out a little bit along with the Midway planes. Sorry about that, guys. Now at that point I was more worried about focusing and taking out planes because I want to take out this gentleman's ability to deal damage. Now my goal is turn into just setting the fires on his deck to immobilize his ability to strike. Because I do believe most decent carrier captains still do not use the perk for fiery takeoff, because if you need that, you're in a situation like this, and well, it's not going to help. You're still in an extremely bad spot. You're really not going to make it, and there are stronger, better skills for you to take. As the fire gets me, caliber. Now, of course, with this going on, all three of us, we are in first chat. We're all trying to be the one to finish him off. As I get 2 fires on him. And I do believe those AP shells you do see coming in are from the Neptune. The Montana is trying to hold off until he's extremely low to try to snag the kill from me. The friendly carrier is bringing in his torp planes. But you know what? It's just going to be a matter of who can do it, as the Midway puts out his fires to launch planes, which is a smart thing to do. Wait until your planes are ready to take off, then put out the fires. But these are going to kill him. So now we're just going to look at the post-battle results. 166,000 damage. Witherer, First Blood, high caliber, and with that, I'm number 1 on a team with base experience of 3,100. And of course, I walked away with some money, but it doesn't matter because I'm never playing this ship again, and I don't play my high tiers for money. 65,000 damage coming from high explosive, 22,000 from the armor piercing, and 77,000 from the fires I did manage to set. I hope you guys really did enjoy this free play. We do appreciate all the support you guys do give us. Please keep those replays coming in. We truly do enjoy them. If you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button. And remember, please compliment good team play and good team players. We are quick to report, slow to compliment. And I hope everybody has a fantastic day.